So here's that phone call and I'll be right back with you. Again, this is Sergeant Reilly at the Suffolk County Jail in Massachusetts, where Josh from Accountability for All is being held. Alright, so here's the deal. Those of you who've been following Accountability for Now's channel know that he was arrested a couple of days ago in Boston at a straight pride protest. I put up a couple of videos in support of Josh, who is the guy that runs the Accountability for All channel, because based on what I saw in the video, he was, what I thought at the time, wrongfully arrested for freedom of speech, for expressing his free speech. His friend, Danielle, better known as Hot Tow Truck Girl, was obviously pretty upset after judge made a decision to hold him without bail. And we were all in shock. I mean, you know what? It's a terrible thing to be put in jail and be held without bail for civil disobedience. You know, arrested, processed, booked, released, later court date, the truth comes out. We can all live with that. Being held without bail is a serious thing. I felt like I wanted to try to bring some exposure to the situation and put a couple of videos up and make sure the word got out and Josh got the support he needed. Now where the problem comes in is Danielle, who I'm not sure if it's his girlfriend, friend, whatever she is, Danielle, Hot Tow Truck Girl, made a video saying that bail status had been updated and that Josh was now eligible for bail release in the amount of $800. Great news. She put a call out for donations for people to help and support Josh, which a lot of us did. And you know, there's also, I'm going to address all the facts here. It's come to light that Josh has a past criminal history, allegedly, and he's been arrested and there's charges pending, and I don't know if he's been convicted or he hasn't been convicted or what the situation is. I wasn't dealing with any of that. All I saw was somebody acting civilly. Yes, he was yelling out, "Fuck the police," okay? I would not go into a situation like that and stand there yelling, "Fuck the police." You've never seen me do that before, and that's not something I would do. But at the same time, he's got a right to do that. And that's what he was doing. So she comes out, makes this video, says he's eligible for release, $800 bail, raises the money, puts out some story saying that he'll be released within 3 to 7 days, and he's going to get out. Now, I start seeing all these comments and videos and people saying that it's not true, and he's being held without bail, and basically calling Danielle, Hot Tow Truck Girl, a scammer and saying she fraud ripped everybody off. Which initially, I said to myself, these people are crazy. Who would do that? Who's going to go online and beg for money and make up a story about Josh being eligible for an $800 bail? In my mind, I couldn't even imagine anybody doing that. Okay, so I guess I'm a little naive. And I'd also, on that note, I want to apologize to everybody because, you know, I got scammed just as you all did. But now looking back, I should have looked into it a little further. And I should have got some more information. But some of these things didn't come to light until after the fact anyway. So, comments are being posted, videos are being made about Danielle being a scammer, Hot Tow Truck Girl, and her making this whole thing up about the bail. I just couldn't even fathom that. So this morning, I called up the Suffolk County Jail in Massachusetts, where Josh is being held, and I spoke to Sergeant Reilly, who is the bail custodian for the jail. And I'm going to let you guys listen to that phone call real quick. Now, I didn't just cut to the phone call's 4 minutes long. So I'm hoping you'll sit here and listen to the entire phone call for authenticity's sake. I didn't want to just cut to the part where he says and edit it all in there. I'm playing the entire phone call from you from the time I dialed the number until the time I hung up. So here's that phone call, and I'll be right back with you. Again, this is Sergeant Reilly at the Suffolk County Jail in Massachusetts, where Josh from Accountability for All is being held. Be right back.
You have reached the Suffolk County Sheriff's Department. Stephen W. Tompkins, Sheriff. If you know your party's extension, you may enter it at any time during this message. To dial by name, press 8. Otherwise, stay on for a directory of services. To reach options for the Suffolk County Jail, press 1. To reach the Suffolk County House of Correction, press 2. For the Records Division or bail information, press 1. For visiting information and directions, for the Records Division, press 1. For bail information, press 2. Detainees can be bailed out of the jail when the bail commissioner is available. The bail commissioner is usually available after 5:30 p.m. every day. To dial the bail commissioner's extension, please stay on the line.
Records office.
Yes, hi, good morning. My name is Jason. Who am I speaking with?
Sergeant Reilly.
Sergeant Reilly, good morning. How are you? I'm calling to find out if an individual is eligible for bail or if they're being held without bail.
What's their last name?
Last name is Abrams.
First name?
First name is Joshua.
Hold on 1 second.
Thank you, sir.
He has no bail, sir.
He has no bail, so because I was told by someone that he was being held on $800 bail that was updated bail, but that's not true.
Who told you that?
It was actually his girlfriend.
Okay, well, I don't know where she's getting the $800 figure, but the paperwork we have from the court states he has no bail.
Okay, so as far as you're showing, he's being held until October 3rd, until his next court appearance.
That would be correct.
With no possibility of bail until then, as of now.
Correct.
Okay, I appreciate your help, Sergeant Reilly. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.
No problem.
Take
You
care.
too.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it for yourself. According to Sergeant Reilly, who is the bail custodian, Josh is not eligible for bail. He's being held without bail. Has no idea where this $800 bail number came up, where that came from. You heard it for yourself. So again, end of the day, I'm taking the videos down until somebody straightens this mess out on Josh's side. I'm removing myself from this situation. I'm gonna take the videos down I put up in support of Josh because something stinks. I mean, I don't know if Josh is involved with this. I can't say. You know, we've got to give the man a chance to speak for himself. His girlfriend could be out here. His friend Danielle, hot tow truck girl, could be out here going rogue, doing her own thing, and he might not even know what she's doing. On the other hand, he might be fully aware of what she's doing, and he might be counterpartner shenanigans. So until that gets cleared up, I am going to take the videos down. Again, I sincerely apologize to everyone who got scammed, who got suckered by this girl pleading for money on Josh's behalf. It's really, I'm still trying to accept the fact that she did this. I don't know how she thinks she's going to get away with something like that. It doesn't make any sense to me. She's either extremely desperate and just doesn't care if she gets caught or not, or didn't think she was going to get caught. Either way, guys, it's a sad day in the auditing community. And on that note, I'm going to put out a call to everyone. And I'm going to go off on another topic here. You might have noticed that I haven't been posting that many videos lately, and that my channel's been a little bit soft, and I'll be the first one to admit that, okay? It's an enormous venture to pack up all of your belongings. I've lived in the state of New York my entire life. I've lived in East Hampton, New York, where I moved to Colorado from for 35 years or so. That's my world. That's where I live. That's where my son was raised. That's my stomping grounds, man. I mean, that's everything to me. And to pack your family up, all your belongings, and move across the country is a huge deal. Not just packing the truck, but financially, logistically. I moved to a new state, Colorado, as most of you know by now, and laws are different here. Attitudes are different here, situations are different here. So, you know, I've spent, you know, I've mentioned this in my videos before, but I'm going to be 50 years old in December. Never been arrested in my life, and I have no intention of starting on that path now. So I'm educating myself on the laws of Colorado. I am educating myself on a lot of things and getting all my ducks in a row, getting my T's crossed and my I's dotted and get everything straight before I go off half-cocked and do something foolish like some people do. So we're still here, guys, and we're working behind the scenes, and there's a lot going on. And we're going to be providing you the content that you're looking for, and we're standing up for the cause. We're still... you know, this has been a lifelong thing for me. I've done a lot of professional photography work in my life, a lot of it out in public. I've worked for major newspapers. I was a staff photographer for the New York Times years ago. My rights have been trampled on as a photographer, photographing out in public for decades, many times, more times than I would care to even remember. And this is something that's close to home for me. And I will definitely be fighting the good fight and supporting the cause. And we're actually doing some of that behind the scenes right now, but it's going to, you know, we'll get it back to where it needs to be. And we really rely on your support. We count on everyone. And I just don't want you guys to get it confused. We're in a new place. You know, put yourself in my shoes and realize that what I'm trying to do is create dialogue, create open discussion, bring the truth to light, and stand up for my rights as well as your rights and everybody else's rights that I come across. But we want to do that intelligently. Okay? I don't want to wind up the next guy in jail with no bail, sitting there because I did something stupid. It's not my style, it's not what I do, and it's not going to accomplish anything. So that's not the point. So we're gonna have some things coming up, and there's some stuff cooking on the back burners. But for now, this is just not a good thing for the cause. This is not a good thing for the cause. This is not a good thing for free speech. This is not good for anybody. When somebody does something like this, scamming money out of people, I mean, I can't wait to see how this thing unfolds and find out what get to the bottom of it, and eventually hear what Josh has to say, and maybe some other people will chime in. Haven't heard much from Auditing America. Maybe he knows something we don't. I don't know. But all this, you know, I bring up my grandmother a lot. Rest in peace. She was a sweetheart of a woman and very dear to me. And another thing she always used to say was everything will come out in the wash. So we're going to put this one on heavy spin cycle, guys, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But for now, we're one step closer to the truth. And I just want to let you guys know that I love you. I appreciate you. Without your support, there is no channel, guys. So I'm asking for your support. I'm asking you to support all the good auditors out there who are fighting the good fight and standing up for your rights and your freedoms. And more people should pick up cameras and more people should get out there and film, because this world is in a very interesting place. I've been in it for 50 years and I've seen some changes, and it's not all good, guys. So rights are like muscles. If you don't exercise them, you're going to lose them. So let's exercise our rights. Let's do it honestly and fairly. And when it comes to that, actually, as far as the police are concerned, I do not hate the police, okay? The police serve a function, okay? But as any other group of people would do, who are basically unregulated because they regulate themselves, they oversee themselves, they investigate themselves, and they get away with a lot of stuff they shouldn't be getting away with. And that's just the facts. And there are bad cops out there and there are good cops out there. So I don't like to make stereotypical blanket statements about any group of people. But they need to be watched. And that's what we're doing. We just want to keep an eye on government. We want to keep an eye on the police. We want to keep an eye on and expose people who are doing things they shouldn't be doing, that are jeopardizing your rights and freedoms each and every day in this country. So I'm rambling on here. I'm going to cut this one off for now, but you've heard the recording from the jail custodian at the Suffolk County Jail in Massachusetts, and now you know the truth. There is no $800 bail. It doesn't exist. And yeah, that's it, guys. So for now, Amagansett Press in the beautiful state of Colorado. We'll see you soon, guys. Catch you on the next one. Out.